Yeah. We here is Titus and Q. You know what I'm saying? LTBR in the building. We got a lot to discuss today, man. Homecoming went down a couple of days ago. Yet somehow A-Ward is in the headlines because I don't know. Y'all love him. Y'all love him and y'all act like y'all don't. We'll get into that later. Traffic 5. Is it 5?
That's a great question. That is a great question.
Is it 5? It is 5. Traffic 5 is announced. Right. The full card is out. We're going to get into that. Just buckle up, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. We're going to get into it. But Q, how you feeling, bro?
Well, I'm straight, man. Was getting back in the gym, getting back on my lifting shit. So that's really all what I did today. Verb been wilding, and niggas been wilding on him. So if we happen to have some Verb talk, I'm sorry.
It's headlines, man. It's the games. What do you want it, right? That's what he wanted. We're going to first get into Homecoming, of course. Q, Homecoming was definitely an event. It was shocking in some ways, incredible in some other ways, dull in some other ways, sad in one way. Where we going to start at?
I feel like obviously the most important thing to talk about here is like Mook won the battle, right?
Facts.
But I think we should put out there and address this idea that, and I had a feeling that's what happened, but Mook won because it was in New York and the gas and the pandering and things like that. And just how we were all saying that Mook doesn't do anything to try to please the crowd in any type of way, we can't then be upset when he actually does it.
Right.
We can't be upset when he actually does it. And second off, I'm sorry, Geechee wanted this battle in New York.
Facts.
Geechee wanted this battle in New York. He mentioned that numerous times. So no, Geechee didn't get lined up. Was there a lot of reaction for some stuff that didn't apply to Geechee and anything like that? Yes, of course. But Mook pandered to New York in the feeling of this New York versus California thing that people had been brewing up ever since the caffeine era started.
Right.
He fed into those feelings perfectly, put it greatly into his material, and he won the battle because not only did he do that, but he was just better.
Facts.
He was just better.
Right.
Does this battle look differently in Atlanta? Was a thing that I saw. It's like, yeah, of course it does, because that fundamentally changes Mook's material. Right.
I don't get that, bro. Like, well, I get it because I know how battle rap is, right? People just don't want to give credit when they're wrong. And like you and me, we've been mad critical of Mook. Like, we were like, this is gonna be trash. We fully expected Mook to go up there and be trash. Let's just be honest about it, right?
We both said Mook. At least I said Mook 30.
Yeah,
I said Mook was gonna get booed. Like I said, I said all this.
Right.
But the thing is, like, I'm not personally vested in whatever the outcome is of Mook versus Geechee enough to sit there and try to find excuses as to, like, I don't hate Mook. So
right.
I'm not personally invested enough to try to find ways to discredit him after he clearly wins a battle. He was in an environment that maybe it was easier for him to please the crowd. Sure, that can be true. But we thought Mook couldn't please a crowd at all.
Right. We had no evidence of him being able to rock a crowd, rock a big room. Like, there's no evidence of it. He went out there, and it wasn't an ugly win, bro. This is legit. This battle has legitimate highlights from Mook that are replayable and rewatchable. I don't know what type of time you niggas is on, hating on the what's the thing called? The sturdy?
Yeah, we'll walk, getting sturdy, all that.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all on, being mad at that, but that is a moment. I don't care what anybody says. That was a moment in battle rap, and I've been thinking about that thing randomly, like, all week. Like, yo, that was really crazy,
bro. That's legitimately probably my moment of the year,
for real. Like that was really electric.
Like, it's maybe that. And was Surf brought back the "You die and rest in peace" or "Die and become a battle bar."
Right. Like those are moments. That's a real Mook went out there. He created actual moments on the stage. He brought material that was more rapid paced. It was more to the point, right? It was less nonsense around it. And yeah, he pandered to a New York crowd and he had the perfect opponent to do it on. Things lined up in a perfect way for him. And like you said, it was the way Gotti asked for it, bro. I'm sorry. Like he knew he was walking into. He was exactly what he was walking into. And that's what it was. It is what it is.
There's the thing about the culture is that we can't be in a place where two things exist that can be true at once.
No, never.
And that's always been our thing on this podcast is for some reason in battle rap, nuance can exist and layers to a conversation can exist. And it has to be one way or another. Do I think Geechee probably wins if he's in a more neutral site? Probably.
Right.
Probably.
Because we're also, like I said, we're looking at a fundamentally different battle at that point.
But a fundamentally different battle where I don't know what Mook's material is.
Right.
If he's not, if he doesn't have doesn't have a New York crowd supporting him as he's rapping, right?
Right.
But I can also say Mook clearly adapted really well.
Yes.
That even if it was in New York, do I think he could have still brought that same level of adaptation in whatever to another stage? I have no reason to think he can't. Right. He just did it. So I don't.
Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you what does travel. Like all the New York stuff might not travel. You know what does travel? Gun bars. Yes. Gun bars travel everywhere. And Mook brought a lot of those. He brought so many of them. And I loved every second of them. Like, oh my gosh, this all I need you to do, Mook. Mm-hmm. You be trying to be smart. I don't need you to be smart. I need you to shoot. Just shoot guns. That's all I need you to do. Like that travels everywhere. So no, he might not be able to do the Biggie references, right? And have him land because you're not in New York. It's not gonna land anywhere else. But he could still bring some gun bars and we still might get a crazy battle. We still might get a crazy battle. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I have no reason to knock Mook off for this battle. Mook did great. And even if you're looking at Gotti's, even if you're saying, oh, Mook was this or that. Okay, well, let's talk about Gotti. Gotti, this is not the cleanest Gotti we've seen. This is not the best Gotti we've seen at all. No. Even beyond the, if you look at this, the material beyond the stumbles, that was not the best Gotti we've seen.
No, and the thing with this too is, in a lot of these Geechee big stage battles, he has one of those. He has maybe the round of the battle usually, right in there. Even if he's not winning it clearly, like he beat Lux clearly, obviously, but say Calico, you could say that his second round is the round of the battle, right? That his second round is one of the best rounds of the night from that event. You can look at Geechee versus Hollow. Geechee's third versus Hollow is one of the best rounds from that whole event. And
Tay-Rock. Got to versus Tay-Rock.
Like, so that's kind of been Geechee's formula for honestly going on 3 years. Right. And I feel like we've been on that pretty early, or at least I was on that pretty early. Yeah. With Geechee.
We didn't talk about it, yeah.
And that's not anything to discredit him, but there is kind of like a Geechee has one of those rounds and he can be good in other ones, and sometimes he's just coasting.
We talked about it before, bro. We talked about right before this battle. Like Gotti mastered how to win, how to create the perception that he won battles while going at like 40%. Like he could be subpar, but he'd do enough to where that battle would still be debatable.
Yeah, Geechee truly like learned from the playbook eclipse. Yeah, and he's well-rounded enough, has enough star power, presence, aura to do that. But even with everything that we've ever said about Mook, even with all the criticisms that were there, the aura couldn't overpower Mook. No. And at least not in New York. No. In New York, that was like battling Jay-Z.
Right. And with Mook bringing material that people wanted to hear for 3 rounds. Like it wasn't just we got scared after the first round, right? Like he got booed. It was like, oh, here we go. Yeah. But he still got right back and had a good round. I think we all think Gotti took that round. I think Gotti said Mook gave him the second round. And Gotti said
Gotti's first round is good.
His first round is good. Yeah. And the second round was good. And the battle was one. We both had the battle 1-1 going to the third. But Gotti's third was too choppy to even give him the win, bro. No, you can't in good conscience give Gotti that battle, man. You just can't. Not being objective. Like his third was choppy. It was kind of all over the place. I said on the spaces that we did, LTBR Radio Roulette space after the event, I said, if I describe Gotti's performance in one word, that word would be scattered. Because it was really everywhere. Like, he was in the material. He was freestyling a lot, which I give credit for freestyles. I think they're dope when they hit.
Even the freestyle, Kyd has some crazy freestyles. Like, he does. Like it wasn't even right. Like, I thought he was bad trying to do them. Right. It feels like
disjointed. It didn't feel
a little disjointed, because then when he tries to get back into his material, it was like a lot of hey look, but say though this like it just it feels like, even if he's not, it comes across like he's scrambling.
Right.
And like, I'm not saying that Geechee was red or that Geechee was choking, anything like that, but it's like the optics were in his favor.
Right. It looks away. Like, we know Hollow does that, right? Hollow jumps in different bags in the middle of a battle. There's been like 10 different bags in a battle. But you really won't be able to tell that much unless you're paying super close attention. Right. You really won't be able to tell what he's doing. As opposed to like Gotti, you can kind of tell when he's freestyling, when he's getting back into his writtens, because it wasn't fluid. It wasn't a fluid performance, man. Mook got this battle. Mook did everything I wanted him to do. I think everything you wanted him to do, Q. Like, this was a great performance this was somebody who's been called the GOAT, showing why they were a GOAT, right? Like, that's what this was.
I'm nothing negative to say. Like,
no, I have no criticism of this performance. I cannot sit here and say you don't know how to entertain the crowd and keep people in the battle, and you're long-winded and saying stuff that don't make sense. But you trying to be super in-depth with your pen, and then have you fix all that and then come out and say, oh, well, you did not. This was a great performance by Mook. I give it up. All applause to Mook. And I want to see him battle again. I didn't expect to say that after this battle.
Yeah, I don't want to see him battle the people that they're gonna try to put him up against. I mean, other than easy.
Right.
If it's not easy, then I probably don't want to see it.
So I don't know if you saw this, but he said he wants to battle 3 more times next year.
I doubt this. I doubt that.
I don't think he'll battle 3 times, but he said he wants to battle 3 times.
So, like, I mean, we can transition into other battles and like give our quick thoughts on those. But like, yeah, I'm not interested in seeing Mook versus Arsenal.
You are interested, or you aren't?
I'm not interested in Mook versus Arsenal.
Oh God, no. That can't be the battle that happens. I don't care what battle we get. Not that one.
Like,
I don't want that one. Mook said he wants about 3 or 4 times in 2023. Okay. And I guess that's kind of feasible, right? Because wasn't the 2-on-2, was that last year?
It was.
He did 2-on-2 and the Reed battle. So like, there's a case for him being more active than once a year.
Okay. So other than easy, because I feel like we're both in agreement on the easy battle, that probably will happen next year.
Right.
I want to see Mook take a new guy.
A newer guy? Than easy?
Like a UM5 guy.
Really?
Yeah. I want to see Mook versus Sheed.
What?
I want to see Mook versus Sheed.
That's interesting.
I want to see Mook versus Sheed.
That's very interesting. I hadn't thought about it because I don't think Mook would ever do it.
Well, I'm just thinking like that. Obviously, when you're booking Mook, you want to book Mook.
It's gotta be a level of star power, right?
It's a blockbuster event.
Right. Yeah, but thinking about battles for him, like, yeah, I would be mad if it's a random match. I won't be mad at that. Just somebody mad random.
But and I'm also thinking that like Mook respects originality. Mook respects those type of people, and we know how much Cal respects in the Myra Sheed. And maybe if Mook hasn't seen Sheed, if Mook hasn't seen Sheed yet, by the time it's even in conversations and Cal is like, "Yo, Sheed is crazy," and Mook actually gets to see him, Mook would be like, "Oh, I got to show up for real."
Yeah,
and I would like to see how Mook would show up versus a Sheed. I mean, because I obviously talked about how dope he thinks Stumbles is. And I don't, and like I will get to Stumbles in a second, but I don't think Stumbles will be in a position to even have that possible. So I feel like if there would be someone, it would be Sheed and Slade, and I think that Sheed is just a more interesting opponent for Mook's style between those two. But again, like for me, I'm trying to get away from the big blockbuster battles where like that stuff is always gonna be on the table when having a conversation about Mook. But I'd like to see him versus Rashid versus Kid Chaos versus B Dot versus those type versus those type.
Mook and B Dot's an interesting conversation. Things will be said that need to be said.
Will they?
It's very important about B Dot. You know what he gonna say.
Mm.
You know he got to talk to Mook about.
Look, so for me, I consider Mook a pen more than anything. Mook is
I do too.
So I would like to see him versus those type of guys.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds awesome. I'm a blockbuster type dude, so give me Mook and Holla still sounds interesting to me. Mook Hitman is about I'm interested in.
On stage?
Yes.
We just saw Mook on the stage. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
I know, but that's why I'm curious to see him on the stage again, because there's expectations now, and I want to see how it looks.
Yeah, now there will be an expectations thing.
Right. And it's not to say this was expectation curve win, because we both know it wasn't expectation curve win, because he was very good. But now the expectations are through the roof. I want to see how that looks. And him and Hollow's a battle that was in the talks last year for RB.
Okay, what about Mook versus Hollow?
For the history of it, sure, but like it feels like the ship sailed on that, because I just don't know if Hollow can win that. I mean, I think he can't win it, but I don't think it's not as bubbling for me as it was.
Hollow just beat Geechee too.
He did. He did. But I just don't. I feel like that battles that were grudges that don't feel like grudges anymore, I just don't get interested in as much. You know, I feel like the grudge window closed. Now, Mook and Clips. I wish Mook and Calico weren't friends, because I would be very interested in that battle now.
I'm still like, come on.
I know.
Where them Dot Mob niggas at?
For real, bro. I missed the Dot Mob shots, bro. The Calico versus Dot Mob beef was amazing, and I missed that era.
Calico Dot Mob was like objectively great for battle rap.
Bro, it was.
The fact that it never led to Calico versus Mook is just, come on.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And now they friends. We don't even get the battle in the way that we need it for real. Because you can put that on a volume, and I'm here for it immediately. You tell me you got Cal and Mook for a volume, you know what I'm saying? I would have been here for it. But now they best friends. I hate it.
We got
Clips.
Okay. See, this is the thing, is that now I feel like Geechee is an all-time great, right? Geechee is like you could make a conversation that he's the best battle rapper of all time. Like,
right.
If you ask me, if we're talking like in the context of the way most battle rap fans talk about who's the GOAT, I would probably say Geechee.
Right.
But even though Geechee has his big stage like classics and moments, going to Clips and Hitman is kind of
it's too big. You think it's too big of a leap for Mook? Think it's too much?
It might be, yeah.
It could be, but
because here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So let's say Hitman. Let's say Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
We would want to maybe try to do it somewhere neutral, but neutral doesn't really exist because Hitman is based in Atlanta.
Yeah, but they tried to give Cassidy one over Hitman in Atlanta, bro.
So I guess you could do Mook and Hitman in Atlanta, or you could Hitman will get love in New York because Hitman, right?
Right. Yeah, Hitman's been good everywhere.
Like just the way they're talking about, like there were certain people that say Mook in New York. It's Mook in New York. He's not going to lose, right?
Right.
You really want to bring Clips back to New York?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we really want to bring Clips back to New York.
I think Mook and Clips. I like Mook and Clips, but I think the other thing about that is right. The New York thing, that's only work for one battle. You don't get the extra return every battle, right?
Yes, that's the thing. Two things can be true at once.
Right.
Mook did exactly what he was supposed to do in this battle, but that New York thing isn't going to happen again. No,
it's never going to be like that again. It hasn't been like that for Lux again. It was never like that for Lux after the Calico battle, right? Like it's never gotten that crazy for him. But Mook want to be outside, man. After this performance, I got no complaints. No. As long as he come with all ignorance. Like I hope he don't say the worst outcome be he takes this battle and then goes back doing what he liked to do before.
No,
he's like, they're gonna listen to me now. I got their ear now. I can go back to this. No, don't. Just keep shooting.
Matter of fact, I missed my number. I missed what my number one was. I want Rum and Mook.
I was wondering why. I was confused. I was shocked you didn't say it.
I didn't even cross my mind to say it on the podcast. Yeah, I want rum and Mook because you niggas ain't doing rum like that.
I don't think
rum is not going out like that.
I don't think it's rum say that in New York though, because the way New York did him for JC.
Maybe not New York.
They don't trust. New York, you don't deserve an Nitty battle. You don't deserve one after what you did to him versus JC. You don't deserve to have Nitty show up in your city, in your state. I just thought about that. So yeah, do that in Houston though.
Oh yeah, but yeah, like I want to see what Mook is like facing like real nothing but gun bars.
He's already hit Mook with like the best haymaker to hit for DNA, but that applied to Mook.
No, nigga. I hey man.
For real though. Nah, he already hit him with that. But nah, it was dope to see Mook. It was dope to see Mook showing a lot of love to Geechee too after the battle. You know what I'm saying? And not just Geechee, apparently he showed love. He showed love to Kyd Slade, right? Like he showed a lot of this weekend.
Nah, Mook. Everything about Mook is just coming to down to his own performances, right? Like even same thing with I guess with Cassidy on some level too. It's like they're good for battle rap. Like I personally don't want to watch a Cassidy battle, but like, but when he comes around and like some of the light he puts on people and things like that, like it's good for battle rap. It's good to like sit there and be a Kyd Slade or a Stumbles or a Swamp at an event and Murder Mook is telling you that you were fire.
Right.
Like
right. That's dope. That's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
We can move on to some of the other highlights.
Let's talk about the potential Mook opponent Arsenal.
But what was the line that when I was on the phone with you that he said? I can't remember. I don't know. But it was like some trash, some awful line.
The one directed at Mook?
No, like
the prostitute one.
I think it was that.
Yeah,
what was that line?
His man was in jail and desperate, and he ate a prostitute or something like that. Somebody just posted that clip's got posted recently. I gotta find it.
Yo,
somebody hit it with this ain't it.
I don't want to see Arsenal in any big battle.
Amen. I agree.
Swamp, I guess won.
Right.
I was surprised he got the fan vote. Honestly, I'm surprised he's winning on the polls.
I was surprised about that too. I didn't thought Arsenal did enough trickery.
No, that's really that's really what I thought happened. Like I thought Arsenal was going to win these polls, and apparently he didn't. I was a little shocked by that, but this is what we said going into it: is that there was no way this was going to be a nice looking win for Swamp. This wasn't like a colossal misstep or anything, but it wound up being a very, very ugly win. And I get it. It's Arsenal serving Plaza, so you don't want to turn that down. Like it helps in future negotiations, things like that. But I'm glad that this battle is behind us now.
Facts. All right, so I'm trying to go through the last year's Arsenal. All right, we got Arsenal Danny Myers, Arsenal Real Sick, Arsenal Jerry West, Arsenal Loso, Arsenal Lou Castro. I think those are the last 2 years of Arsenal, right? All right, 2022. That's last year of Arsenal, right?
Basically, yeah.
He has not produced, and add the Swamp battle, he has not produced a replayable battle in over a year.
Well, yeah, at least since the 2-on-2 with Chaos.
Right. He's not produced a single replayable moment since then. Dude, it's not doing it for people, man. Like the material, he's losing these battles and the material is getting lost because it's just not, no one's interested in watching them anymore. The battles just happen. Like we have to stop. And once again, I'm going to blame Mr. A Verb for this because Verb was on space for months. Arsenal in New York, that's gonna be a problem. The guy in New York, that's right across the bridge.
Like, so since when?
When? When did that become an issue for anybody?
That's like historically inaccurate.
Right. It was just like mad revisionist.
Like, hold on. Bro. Like, do we really have to go through the fact? Like, do people just forget that for a long point in time for big URL events, that Arse wasn't on Gnomes and Summer Madnesses?
Right. And when he had a very unmemorable performance. Like
Arse wasn't on a Summer Madness until Summer Madness 3.
Yep.
And that K-Shine battle's terrible.
Right.
We didn't see. I don't think we didn't see him on the Summer Madness again until 8 versus Twerk.
Yeah.
Gnome. What's his resume? What's his resume 8. On Gnomes? It's
none. Right. I don't think he has one.
Is Briz, is Av, and does he have any?
Right.
Does he have any more Gnome battles other than that?
Does he have a round one in those Gnome battles?
Like, this is. I don't. Arsenal is, again, someone that took battle rap worldwide because his style was, it just crossed over. His style crossed over. He's easily adaptable, going from grind time to URL, King of the Dot, Don't Flop. His style was very adaptable and very malleable for whatever the situation and context he was placed in.
Facts.
The reality of Arsenal, though, is that all this kind of big stage demon that you guys are talking about just doesn't exist, at least in the United States. It's just not true.
It's not, bro.
It's just like factually not true. And it doesn't mean that Arse isn't a legend. It doesn't mean that Arse isn't one of the best battle rappers of all time.
Thanks.
It means that his actual big stage resume doesn't really exist.
Right.
He can have all the views and all that in the world. He does. No one's taking that away from him. But that big stage has never been Arsenal's home. And has often more times been where we've seen some of Arsenal's worst performances and some of the worst losses of his career.
Facts. Yeah, it's just not that, bro. And I hope we stop doing it after this battle. I really do. Like you said, Swamp gets the win. I don't think this helps his Cody case, but it doesn't hurt it either. Because it is still a win, and a win should hurt your case.
You can say he beat Arsenal.
Right. Like, I think it should count as much as a one-rounder when it comes to Cody. You know what I'm saying? Like, just count as a one-rounder. Just don't do too much with it. Because it wasn't like that. The next highlight, you want to go Slade or Jazz?
Let's do Slade.
Watch
Yo. Hey, man.
Is that the first big stage watch this bar? Because
yeah, it is.
That's kind of crazy. We went a few months without that being a thing.
So me and Titus were texting as the show's going on. So Slade comes out, gets a good ovation.
Right.
Stumbles comes out,
bruh.
Bro, me and Titus was like, yo, dog.
That building was ready to crown Stumbles from the second he stepped on stage. They're ready to crown that man.
Bro, this nigga had a do-rag on, then put the shiesty on top of it.
And they cheered the whole time.
Shit, the building was about to, like...
He had said one bar, and they was ready.
So I will tell you, like, I think Slade would have won this battle and this first round clearly anyway.
Right.
But like I told you, the moment that Stumbles fucked up was when that fake choke bar didn't hit, and then he followed it with a bar about surf.
Right. It was done.
And even if you don't think it was in super duper poor taste, is going back to a situation from months ago where Surf isn't here to defend himself.
Right.
It just sounds bad. Like, and I told you, like, he lost that battle as soon as that happened.
Yeah,
as soon as he did that, he lost that battle.
It's the worst way. You already lost momentum, and then you added that to it. Like, nah, you messed up, bro. They're done with you now. Like, it's gonna take a lot to get him back.
So, I do want to give. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Stumbles. I want to say, I don't think Stumbles was bad this battle.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah,
this was not a bad Stumbles. It just wasn't what he needed for that stage.
No, and to have the Stumbles conversation first and talk about Slade.
Yeah,
Stumbles. I get why people want to like him. but there's clear flaws and issues with the way that he raps.
Right.
It is very abstract and unique.
Yep.
But the way that he raps, well, one, he's not a great rapper, and he doesn't build to anything. His lines, his quotable lines, just sort of hit you out of nowhere. The Snake Eyes performance was him in like a rarefied space. We've never seen him really build to lines before, and he had a couple of things where he like actually built to it and shit. So that was cool. And just like how we can give Stumbles credit for how good he was in the Snake battle, we can also say that niggas weren't trying to see Snake.
Right.
They just weren't. That doesn't mean that Stumbles still wouldn't have won that battle, but they were not there to see Snake Eyes. They were there to see Stumbles beat Snake Eyes, and Stumbles did what he's supposed to do.
Right.
He took it and dunked it. That's what he's supposed to do.
Right.
But for as captivating as Stumbles' personality is, and for the potential star power that I do think exists, we are just kind of glossing over the fact that his rapping is just not that good, or just not that great in a battle rap capacity. Like if I was listening to Stumbles on a song, granted I've never heard Stumbles' music, but like I could hear Stumbles on a song better than I could hear Stumbles doing battle rap, because Stumbles still doesn't rap in a great battle rap capacity.
Right. You're right. Exactly.
Then you see Kyd Slade. And I told you niggas. I told you niggas to stop playing with Slade. That y'all are being real hypercritical of someone that's still out there going and winning his battles. Y'all are being hypercritical of a guy that's been nothing but fire ever since he's debuted. And he just star.
I just feel like people were waiting for that breakout moment from him, because it felt like ever since you went 4 or 5, they were telling us, we felt like Slade was supposed to be the one that was next up, right? And it was like, okay, when's that moment gonna happen? And like they tried to give him some lineups, and it just wasn't hitting. And it finally all came together perfectly on the biggest stage, which shows me once again, you need to give people the opportunities and the platform and stage that are gonna motivate them to be their best selves. Like, cause those battles they were giving him earlier this year, no disrespect to those guys, but those clearly weren't the motivation for him. And the stage, the moment, the talk he heard before the battle, probably about how someone was supposed to be that dude, all that motivated him to go there and put on a great show. And he did it. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. 3 rounds of fire. And thing with Slade, right? It was like, it was, I had a point. I forgot it while you were talking. I thought I was gonna get it back when I started talking.
We'll go back to like the separation between Slade and Stumbles.
Oh yeah.
Slade raps so fluidly, in that we talk about the drug bars or plug talk, whatever, right? Slade raps his ass off.
Right.
And it might be sometimes a little general. It might not be as direct. Okay. That's fair. But he raps really fucking well. The mop stick, the op this, pop this, watch this. Like, Stumbles can't do that.
Right. And Stumbles, it's a
Stumbles does not do that. Like, honestly, at times, like Slade kind of like reminded me of Real Sick a little bit. Like,
yeah, he was spitting.
Like he kind of reminded me of Real Sick sometimes. And if you're telling me that this dude is like a possible combination of like Goods and Real Sick, that's fucking terrifying.
The problem. You're all in trouble. You are all in grave danger.
Like that is.
And like we said on the phone, bro, when you rap that well, you're not gonna get cooked in any battle. It's gonna take a superior effort to cook you when you rap as well as he does. And it's why I said in the middle of that battle, book him in easy whenever. It's not too soon. Book it whenever. He's going to rise to the occasion. They're going to put on a good battle. That's what it's going to be. Like, period. I fully believe that whenever they decide to book that battle, Slade is going to rise to that moment, because I think he's built like that. And this is one of the performances of the night for sure. I described Stumbles. We were talking. I said he's got like that drunken master style where like he gonna hit you, but you don't know when it's coming. But in between, then it's like, all right, I'm gonna get these bars off. Like I'm gonna just handle you. I'm putting enough points up where it don't matter if you land. Like. and it's very unorthodox. It's not put together. I think it needs a lot of refining, especially for a big stage. Here's a lot of stuff you can get away with in a small room, but in an actual stage, it's
really,
not.
Really, would he get away with it in a small room?
Yeah, I think you would.
No, seriously, like
I think you would.
No, I'm genuinely asking. So if you put stumbles on a volume, say the volume setting,
yeah,
do you like actually think that it's a better outcome for him, and like versus like not necessarily versus Slade?
No, not versus Slade, but yeah.
Versus anything, you think he would come across on a volume better?
I think he would because people want to listen to what Stumbles has to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they want to listen to him. They don't want to not listen to something. They want to, whatever you say, they're gonna let it be what it is until the haymaker comes. They're gonna get excited. Like I feel like people want to hear Stumbles. I do. But yeah, that's not how you do it on the big stage. So it's not gonna work.
We also didn't talk about the fact that like now with Stumbles comes expectations now.
That's true. He was crowned by all the vets before the battle as the next one up. You know what I'm saying?
But not even just that. It's like he got the real sick, and we talked about it. I was like, Stumbles could surprise people.
Right.
Definitely had sick winning, but compared to what the percentages were fucking 96-4 or something. I'm like, yeah.
You made too much of an underdog for sure.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, y'all just haven't seen Stumbles. Stumbles is not bad.
Yeah.
So he gets that, surprises people, winds up being one of the most talked about things from the tournament, even though he lost. Snake Eyes battle, right?
Right.
A battle marred in controversy where, let's be real, Snake Eyes does great work with his promo, sometimes doesn't come across as the most likable person.
Yep.
Stumbles is new, fresh. Niggas don't really like Snake Eyes that much. It makes you see where the combination goes, right? So we crown him off. So he wins that battle. We crown him off for that. A really good battle versus Suge. Like a dope battle, but he loses that battle. And I feel like now expectations are catching up to Stumbles because he's not the surprise anymore. He's like, oh, Stumbles is fire. Stumbles is dope. Stumbles is a star. So now that there's an actual expectation placed on you, I feel like people will become a little impatient with Stumbles or get frustrated with Stumbles because they told themselves or started to believe that he was actually super duper dope.
Right.
And the thing, I don't have an issue with Stumbles. I think that he's not good. But now there's expectations because people didn't know you were good, and now they want you to be amazing.
Right. That's a fact. That's true. I'm being optimistic for once, and you're being a negative person, so that's good. I switch the role like that.
I mean, you know that I'm right, but I'm gonna just let you have this.
I'm be optimistic. I'm continue to be optimistic and say that Stumbles can be better.
All right.
Jazz and Vixen.
Man,
Hey, bro.
I apologize to Jazz. I apologize.
I low-key should apologize too because I think we all kind of were edging Vixen a little bit like, no, Vixen ain't like
wait, hold on. You never apologized for picking Stumbles over Slade.
I'm not apologizing because I was almost right.
No, you
I was. Because my theory was
you were right for like exactly 1 minute.
My theory was looking correct because like, oh, they really do want this nigga to win. And then he didn't help him. You know what I'm saying? He helped himself. So like they did want him to win, which is why I picked him. They wanted him to win. He just did.
All right. Okay. Moving on.
See that space? See how I spun out of that boy?
Yeah.
I'm an expert at this.
Well, that Euro step was crazy.
I got that D Wade Manu package on the Euro step.
Real, man.
Jazz and Vixen, man. I don't like to just say it like this, Q, but if you think about battling Jazz on the stage, don't.
Yeah,
just,
no.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Especially when she not going last.
Right.
I'm sorry. Don't battle Jazz if y'all not going last. I'm sorry.
Because the energy boy, dog. Yo, what was, bro? Okay, so she chose to go first. I think I text you about that. She going first. That's
yep, bro. See? This is exactly what we said. Because Again, actually, if you go back and watch Vixen's battles, the thing is with her is if you just go back and watch some of her recent work, when she gets to go second, it looks away for people.
Right.
And like that's not always the case. I think that she went second versus Loso. I think she did. So it's not like a foolproof evaluation here. But say something like the KCJ battle. It's you see it there that if you let her get the last word in a round, or be like she can flip it on you, and it can get dark really fast.
Facts. Then Mr. Kennedy one rounder, right?
So when Jazz did it, we were texting each other like, "Oh, does she not know? does she not understand the severity of this situation?"
Right, because Official went second in their battle, and that's all I kept replaying. Like, yo, but Official went second when you battled her. This is a decision, Jazz. It's a choice that you're making. I don't know if it's the best one, but then she had, and have you ever seen Jazz that much energy in Bark?
Yeah, she did bump Gaddis.
She did bump Gaddis, didn't she? That's right.
But I do think she had more energy in this one.
Yeah, I didn't know she had that in her repertoire. Not that much. Not to that level.
Bro, I knew this battle was over when the crowd started chanting Brooklyn.
Yo, when she hit the little Kim,
bro,
I was like, oh, it's over. It was done.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This car got some moments.
It does, bro.
Yo, the New York nigga part of me was just seeing this, and it's like, yeah, this is just great.
Nah, they broke out into the Brooklyn chant. She hit the little Kim moves.
Mook getting sturdy,
bro. Do you know what kind of a zone you have to be in to forget a bar you wrote after you said it?
I forgot to even wrote that.
Sure, the Maytag bar, they were crazy. I forgot I wrote that. I really forgot I put that in my round. That's crazy. Like, what? Like, she was in a real zone. It's rare to see battle rappers get in a zone like that, but yo, this was a masterful performance, man.
Okay, so let's part of what makes it so masterful, right, is that she goes first, and we think it's a bad move on paper, but Jazz's first round is crazy. She's rocking every single line, and Vixen comes in, and we're waiting, and Vixen has stuff for the intensity's there, the energy's there. So first off, for Vixen to do what she did for all three rounds with the intensity, the aggression, all that, never letting up on the pace, getting mad at the crowd, frustrated, all that. Right. You got to give her props there because she fought through a crowd that people weren't trying to listen to her.
Right. She fought and earned every single reaction. And I respect that so much. Dog. I really do. And like you said, she keeps that same energy for 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm. She has way too much energy.
She does. She really does. To be a mother of 3 with that much energy is impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But
that is amazing. I respect that.
But Jazz's idea was that I'm thinking, even if my first round doesn't win and Vixen goes crazy in that, I'm gonna turn right back around after Vixen raps, and here's my second round where I make fun of her style, kind of swag on her, do whatever. So
yeah, we were on the phone yesterday. I was talking to France Sunday night. I was like, yo, it was like Vixen. It's like Jazz went second just so because she knew she had that touch. That way, in case Vixen bombed on her, she was prepared for it with this opener in the second round. And we stopped for a second. Like, yo, that's insane. Yo, we were like, yo, Jazz so smart. Because that was a perfect strategy. Like, you don't have to break them down in the beginning. Do it in your second round. Yeah. Let them bomb and then take their powers away from them.
Use it as a feeler. Right. Use it to see, okay, we're in New York. They're going to fuck with me. But let's see how much they fuck with Vixen.
Yeah, exactly.
And just in case they fuck with Vixen too much, I'm going to do this to make sure they don't fuck with her at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna nip it all in the bud right now. And it's true. And it's the thing, it's one of Vixen's flaws, right? Like, she's a great puncher, high energy, high pace, but it is kind of all one speed. Yeah, it stays in a very particular pocket for the most part, right? which can be a problem, especially when you balance somebody like Jazz, who's in and out of different pockets, who also attack your style directly, and you didn't bring any switch ups in your style. So it was really the best way to neutralize somebody, and it's not actually neutralizing nobody, bro. This is really Hollow Clips level breakdown.
Yeah,
like it's absolutely up there to where you just don't look at them the same for the rest of the battle. Like you don't see it the same after that. She really pulled that off to perfection. Her second round is definitely round of the battle. Probably going to be an all year round at the end of the year. She yelled out. She made an ad lib. Her pussy trash, bro, which is insane.
Yeah,
like couldn't be me. That was really a crazy moment.
Bro, I was so glad she brought the head buddy butt back from the 2-on-2 against Teams and Jade.
Yeah.
Like I loved that bar when they did it in the 2-on-2. And look, I don't give a fuck. I'm a fan of bringing bars back that maybe not everyone has heard.
Right. And like if you can make a new move off of it, do it. Cause the head buddy butt is crazy. I think I texted you that Vixen should have rebutted it with a booty boot and then booty bumped her.
Yeah.
Like that would have broke the building. She broke the building. She did that.
Honestly, it might have.
Like in what she was wearing, she booty bumped Jazz, bro. It would look real crazy. It would look real every little bit of moment. But yeah, man.
Jazz was amazing. But I think the main takeaway here is kudos to Vixen for fighting through all that. But Jazz was too much, and maybe we have enough evidence of Vixen's kryptonite might be anglers.
Yeah,
at least effective anglers.
Right.
Everyone tries, or people always try to angle, but facing a elite angler, that might be where Vixen kind of caps out at. So we'll see if in the future she can do things to prepare against that, or have her own angles, or do whatever. Maybe that's not her style, but when you're someone that's so high energy, so this, so that, and you have your way of doing things,
right?
Just when you face those kind of people, you need to be prepared to go to the drawing board again. She
kind of reminds me, it's kind of like Justin Gaethje, right?
Yeah.
When he came in the UFC and he was like, yeah, I'm a brawler. We're going to get in all these brawls. But then niggas like Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez like, I'm going to get with you in that, but I'm also going to throw some jabs out here and just tire you out and then end you, right? Like, that's kind of what she's running into, right? Like, you can't, and even Gaethje's changed his style. Like, he's calmed down a lot, right? So she's got to be a little more versatile. She's got to add some more versatility to her game because the talent is there. There's still not too many women I'm picking to beat her. Y'all don't get no ideas off this battle because a lot of y'all not Jazz.
Let's be clear. Yeah, and the rest of y'all
don't get no ideas off this. Nah, y'all ain't that. Sorry.
We saying names or?
I mean, look, the official battle's probably gonna happen.
Hey, look official.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're not like.
I'm still picking Vix in that battle.
I'm still picking Vix.
I'm picking Vix. I'm sorry. This loss also hurts for Vixen because she hypes up as her end game. She said Jazz was an end game for her. Mm-hmm. Like losing the end game like that kind of sucks.
Right, but it just makes me think that Vixen's gonna come back like
somebody's getting bumped
crazy though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you better be very careful. Be very careful.
Official.
I guess we should also give credit to C3 though, because C3 did beat Vixen and they kind of under the radar. C3 kind of cleaned her up.
Closer battle than that, I think.
You think so? I gotta rewatch it.
Close, a little bit closer than that for me. Yeah. I don't think it's a bad battle.
No, but C3 is also one of the best in the world. She just don't really do the big battles like that.
Yes.
She's also one of the best in the world.
No, I agree.
I'm just saying.
I got C3 probably winning the tournament. So.
Yeah. But the rest of you women, don't do it. Don't battle Jazz on no stage. Salute the Misfit for dodging that stage bullet twice.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Boy. I do think it would have been a more interesting battle. It would have been interesting just because the Brooklyn on Brooklyn effect in New York. Right. But I mean, it would have worked. It would have helped for a round. But Jazz's style is just that. And I don't think it's built for a stage like that.
Hey, look, man. I don't think none of y'all want to see Jazz on the stage right
now. No.
I feel like the point has been proven. I feel like Jazz is no longer like the young, like young girl on the stage anymore.
The young shot, no.
Bro, like, look, like, she's cool with a bunch of people, right? But like, she's like damn near best friends with Surf, all that shit. Like, she had plenty of time to watch and learn and study and spar and like a whole bunch of things from a bunch of different people. She's just gotten more mature and comfortable as a person, probably.
Right.
She feels comfortable now as to where you could go back, say versus the official battle, and even if she's dope in it, is Jazz super comfortable in it? Do you feel
in the hustle battle? She wasn't comfortable in that battle at all on stage, and she even said as much after the battle. Like, I don't like the big stage like that.
Yeah, Jazz is just a different person fundamentally than she was back then.
She's a grown.
So now, confident Jazz. Nah, that don't look good for nobody. Nobody. Y'all better sorry to say, y'all better go get some niggas. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, it's like when it all clicked for Devin Booker.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm a star now." That's just the end of it. Yeah, I'm that nigga. That's the phase Jazz is in right now. And she's clearly one of those. And the thing about battling her, she's clearly one of the most smartest battlers in battle rap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, her and Surf are on. You can tell why they get along so well because their battle IQs are so high.
Jazz is unabashedly a fan. People talk about Jazz going to events all the time. It's like, Jazz is a fan. So if you take Jazz is just natural talent as a battle rapper, and think about the fact that she's a fan who watches just as much battle rap as all of us.
Yeah.
That's a hard person to beat.
It is, bro. It really is, yo. So yeah, salute to Jazz performance. You see your performer of the night?
I
know, right?
Yeah, it's Jazz.
Yeah, I feel like any combination of if anybody tells me Jazz, they got Kyd Slade or Mook as their performer of the night, I'm not mad. Really not.
It's probably Jazz for me. Only reason I'll say it's Jazz because I feel like she was great all 3 rounds.
Right.
Slade was great in 1 and 3. Second, he was dope in, but the crowd maybe was kind of wore out.
Yeah,
from his first round, right. But then he gets the energy back in the third with the what you gonna do when your mom calls and we pick up. And then Mook obviously has the first round. Mook's second round, I wasn't the biggest fan of. It was well executed enough in the building, but I didn't love Mook's second, and I thought Mook's third was dope. So I would probably. We gave Mook all this praise, so it's probably going to sound crazy. Like, oh, you guys praise Mook and you only have him third. Like, but no, people were just dope this night. So my top 3 probably Jazz, Slade, and Mook. Yeah,
I'm not mad at that. I think that's probably the order I got. I also want to say, hey, Jazz, I know France talked about it, but like Michael Vick's last team wasn't the Eagles, but I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. Bro, she don't watch sports, but like she has the heart of sports bars. It is so weird.
Bro, she really had a Middleton injured bar, and I'm like, hey,
how you know that?
For real?
How you know? How did you know that? Either she lying, or
her Google search game is crazy. Now she probably got ESPN alerts, so she don't know who these people are, but she's getting alerts.
So she's sports bar to catch me nowhere. I'm like, yo, right? You said you don't know. You said you don't watch sports.
This was like, I know she's done sports bars before, but this is the most like she had done it. I've seen her doing a battle.
Bro, I really need to know Jazz's writing process.
Me too, honestly. We might have to put Jazz on the list to talk to. I ain't gonna lie.
Honestly, yeah.
We might talk to list. We got a good conversation. But I think that wraps up Homecoming. Overall, would you rate the card?
I'll probably go 7.
I think I'm good with a 7 too. That enough to where I give it a 7.
I'll probably go 7.
Down enough. Thankfully, Swamp and Arsenal was the outlier on the card, not like the theme of the night.
Yeah, so like a 7 because even if there aren't battles in their totality that I want to watch again, there's like a bunch of rounds from the card that I want to watch again.
Right.
Which like that's a win for me. I think
Facts.
I would call that a win.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on the card that you want to get out?
No, I'm good. Do you want to see them back in New York?
Yeah. I think this gonna sound great. Well, I think New York should be a twice a year event and twice a year place.
Okay. But should it both be big events? So should it be like one big event, maybe a Born Legacy.
Yeah, I think one big and a Born Legacy. I don't think they need to do just do like 4 events in New York, back to back to back and wear them to the ground. I think New York still needs to feel special.
Okay, all right. I'm with that. Keep New York special.
Yeah. Don't make that normal. I think New York, Houston, and Atlanta should always just get one event. Atlanta or Charlotte, just pick one, either or.
Okay. Before we move on, K-Shine and Jack Boy didn't happen. Medical issues.
Yeah.
I've seen what Shine has said, and from his standpoint, I do understand, but I would like to see that battle happen still. And with all these different cards coming up, if you put Jack and Shine on the volume, I think that'd be a really, really good battle.
I do too.
I hope that maybe like if it was a frustration thing from Shine, that maybe he like revisits this and they could work something out. He doesn't have to do this, obviously, but like I would just still like to see that battle. And I think a volume, not only does it give Jack a better shot, I think, but I feel like it'll just be a better battle in a volume too. Like I just think it would be a really, really dope battle in a volume. So prayers up to Jack, and I hope that the battle can still happen because it's a major look for him, and I think that it could just be a really good battle.
Yeah, and I hope he's not. I know it's weird. So I'm trying to figure out how to word it. I hope he's not too hard on himself because it wasn't his fault, right? Like, I know he said his ego took a hit because he said his first time his body failed him, like for real, with something he dealt with. He was 19, but like, bro, it's out of your control, man. Don't beat yourself up on that. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, do not. But yeah, I definitely want that battle in a small room. I like it more that way, and I think the way New York was acting that night, bro, Jack wouldn't win that battle, bro. New York was not gonna let Jack. Nah. No. New York came to that event for a get back, boy. They was here for the get back.
You know what? I will say, maybe I gave New York too much credit going in the build up of this, and everyone that talked about New York, y'all were right. Y'all were right.
You really were. Yeah, really were.
But niggas want the battle there, so I can't say nothing.
Right? Yeah, you asked for a battle where you get it where you want it. I ain't got. That is what it is, bro.
Speaking of this, should we talk about Verb and his League of Enemies?
Verb and the League of Enemies is hilarious. Yeah, let's get into that. Because Verb been wilding for the last 2 days. Vixen has also been wilding for the last 2 days. Not Vixen. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say Vixen. I don't know why I said that.
Who did you mean to say?
I don't know. I was trying to pull up a tweet and I was reading something at the same time.
I'm trying to figure out.
I'm sorry.
Who did you confuse from Vixen?
Oh, wait. No, this is what happened. No. Somebody tweeted. I was trying to find this quote on the Verb quotes on the LTBR page. And somebody tweeted out the picture of Vixen and some card numbers and said, buy whatever you want.
Okay.
We got real card numbers. I was reading that while I was talking. That's what happened. That's
okay, really I'm about to say, bro, like who did you?
No, I didn't confuse any of y'all for Vixen, please. Please don't think that happened because it's not what happened. Sure. Promise you it's not what happened. Okay. Where do you want to start with this Verb thing?
So honestly, one, Slade going off on Verb on PSA Hip Hop, shout out to 3, that was beautiful.
It was
Loved it. Incredible. Just love that. I love that. I love seeing that. I'm glad of that clip. The clips we used.
Facts. Let's just play a piece of this.
Yeah.
I just had the easy way out. You know? It was the first battle. It wasn't hard. It was the easy shit. If you ask me, I've never seen Verb shake Urban Plaza like I did in his life. And if he did, you shared a battle with me and showed me. Because the building didn't stop shaking from the time I started rapping to the time I finished. If you was there, you would know, my nigga. The stage was rumbling. I had that shit rumbling from the first bar to the last. My first round, finish your food. No, finish your food. My first fucking round. What else? My first round was better
I think the point was made there. Boy, I didn't know Kyd Slade had that type of energy in him, bro. I really didn't.
I watched Slade interviews, so I know it existed, but he's a cool nigga.
Like, I think the last Slade interview I was really paying attention to was probably that interview where it was him and Angry Fan, and then Easy came on, and Snake Eyes, yeah. And it became the Easy Snake Eyes show, and Kyd Slade was just like the rest of us just laughing the whole time. But nah, bro, that was amazing. That was an amazing promo. And he's right. Because the thing I don't like that's happening, the goalpost movement that's happening, right, is that Verb was in there like, Stumble's gonna be a star. Stumble's ready to be a star. Slade beats Stumbles, and suddenly it's, oh, y'all went first. It was easy to do that.
No, yeah, like that point is true. So does Verb have somewhat of a point about going first? Yes, he does. He does have somewhat of a point about that. But you gotta at least give some credit or keep some semblance of the same energy when you had a nigga getting washed.
Right. Right. You had someone ready to be crowned a star. He goes out there and gets clearly beaten by a great Kyd Slade, and you're downplaying it. I don't like that. I don't like that. I understand why Slade felt away. Mm-hmm. I do.
And
he ain't lying.
When Verb catches this, might not, we might be subject to the next Verb rant, but yeah, we're talking about a whole Verb round. Like he would like, there was a clip from his space where he said, "Man, if I recall, Iron Low like I'm anemic was Irving Plaza," and I'm like, okay, cool, right?
Yeah,
well, that's one line,
right. I don't remember.
I can't recall the classic Verb round in Irving Plaza. Either. Matter of fact, in New York, in URL at all.
Yeah, Verb made a lot of enemies. A lot of space things were happening. Him and Excel somehow got into it. I don't know how that happened, but I do have a Verb quote about Excel. You want to hear that?
Yep.
All right. A Verb on Excel. He can't be that nice if he's barely making money. 1,500 for a battle after 10 years is a fucking failure.
That's the end of the quote?
That's what I say about Excel.
That's pretty unnecessary.
It's very unnecessary.
They're very unnecessary. But
he also told an egregious lie on Three Letterman show when he said, Excel, when you came in, we saw you like Lux. No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
I mean, I don't know if that was. It could be talking for he could be talking for the vets. I don't know.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't think
but
yeah, I don't think anybody saw that. No, I don't know where you got that from.
Don't avoid this though. Is Kyd Slade's first round versus Stumbles better than any A-Verb round
in Irving?
In New York. Well, I guess in New York on URL.
Okay. URL is a good qualifier because the SB round is still in the clouds.
Yeah, in New York on URL. Does Verb have a round better than Kyd Slade's first versus Stumbles? And this may sound blasphemous to people, but I don't think he does.
I'm literally thinking and drawing blanks. I'm drawing so many blanks. I do think Slade is right.
You think his round versus Briz were like you can't like something and meet the Yoda.
Oh, be mediocre, come see the Yoda. That is a good round.
But is it better than Slade's first versus Stumbles?
I can't say that. Not right now. I need a rewatch. I would need a rewatch.
Any of his rounds versus John? No. He's come on, man.
He got two battles you can't pick because you can't pick the Clips. You can't pick the Clips Arcade Shine battle.
Or Rex.
Oh yeah, or the Rex battle. His first round of the Rex battle was kind of cold though. I ain't gonna lie. That was a result. But it's kind of crazy.
No, it's dope. It's dope.
Yeah,
but better than Kyd Slade's first versus Stumbles.
I could debate that one honestly.
Okay.
I like his first versus Rex a lot, and I watched the battle like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I did like his first versus Rex.
Okay.
I think that's probably one of his best rounds in New York, though, for sure. And it's possible he didn't win it. So I don't know.
I'm just saying that
it's a conversation
for as blasphemous for like when you initially hear it, as some people might take it.
Yeah.
Slade isn't entirely wrong.
He's not fully bugging. He's not fully bugging. I don't know where Verb's going with this thing because he also said, Slade, you getting lined up because your next opponent is way too high of a jump and it's not on purpose. And it's not on purpose. People have been on the phone trying to swap with your opponent because they want to get the money first before you mess it up. So he's basically trying to say that vets are calling to get the Kyd Slade battle because they want to get him while it's hot and the money's good.
That's how battle rap works.
Right.
He's just kind of describing how battle rap works. you don't think niggas were calling to see Easy, you're calling to see Geechee, calling to see Twerk.
No.
That's how battle rap works.
Nah, but
Verb says things and I'm like, yeah, that's how battle rap works. What are you talking about?
He's teaching something. He's teaching things. Oh, hold on, let me pause the recording. But yeah, it's also like Verb. Some guys like to give shots to new talent too. You know?
Yeah.
Like to give opportunities to them.
Mm-hmm. Some people just enjoy doing it.
Right. Let me want to see what happens next. I think my favorite part of the Kyd Slade rant was when he said, "You almost died from lack of fruit."
He was wild.
Which is one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Okay, so now
like we say, you almost died from lack of fruit. But yeah, Verb been doing a lot, man. I don't necessarily get it.
Let's get to the one that I like. Well, the only reason why I even really wanted to bring up Verb or anything that Verb said.
Let's do it.
Was in regards to A-Ward, and RBE's closure event is on November 19th.
Facts.
Next week. So if you're interested in seeing Big K A-Ward, Ill Will versus 40 Bars, O-Red versus Active. I think
the main event.
Was it Show Off or somebody, right?
Jag versus Show Off, main event.
Oh, Jag versus Show Off. Yeah, I still gotta watch that blog. But yeah, A-Ward getting talked about again because people are talking about he hasn't done it on URL, so we can't talk about him. And I feel like this is an open and shut conversation. Yes, being on a Irving Plaza stage, whether it's a Gnome, a Summer Madness, Homecoming, is a task, a difficult task, right? That a lot of people have had their bad moments in those places. Everyone has, right?
Facts.
So in terms of would it be different if he was on those type of stages? Yes, it would be. But if you're telling me that A-Ward just can't do Super Fight, Traffic, Volume, whatever other events we've done this year, the resolution card, that was a small room, whatever else, like A-Ward could do all of those just fine, and he would just face the same risk on an Irving Plaza, Summer Madness, or Gnome stage, the same risk that anyone else would face. I don't know why his risk is especially different. But besides that, I need to get to the bottom of this A-Ward and his fights thing, because this is so objectively false and wrong and fucking stupid that A-Ward has battled Bill Collector, O-Red, Sharon, Ilmac, Madflex, DNA, Cortez, Rum Nitty, Geechee Gotti twice, Rosenberg Raw, has Big K coming up, Chef Trez, Clean Paper, Lou Castro, just so many names. So many names. Danny Myers, a bunch of names, a bunch of people that like try hard off of URL too. That's not people that dog it when they're not on URL. It's people that actually give great, consistent performances and efforts. A lot of these have been Battle of the Year contenders. A lot of these have been clear wins. We're talking about like the second Geechee battle, the Rum Nitty battle, the Ill Will battle, the Chef Trez battle. Some of like one of the best battles of the respective years.
Right.
Like round of the year contenders. He has a round of the year contender with windmill dunking pretty much in the second round on Reed Dollars. He beat QB Black Diamond, one of the best female battle rappers of all time, right?
Right.
Like it's a dumb argument. Straight up, it's dumb. It has no merit, has no actual reasoning or logic behind it other than the fact that you want to see A-Ward on URL. And guess what? I would love to see a bunch of A-Ward on URL battles too. I'm with you. I want to see A-Ward versus Chess. I want to see A-Ward versus Twerk.
Yes.
I want to see A-Ward versus Real Sick. I want to see A-Ward versus a bunch of fucking people. But why am I supposed to think that this dude that just had a competitive battle with Romnitty, arguably beat Gishigati twice, would have problems battling on URL?
It's so weird. It's just...
And matter of fact, and just to take it away from Verb, not to put it all on Verb, anyone that echoes this...
Because a lot of people, it's a lot that feel like that. It's really not just Verb.
Yeah, it's not just Verb. Just take away the top tiers, I feel that way. All the lower tier guys, those mid tier guys that are saying this, he has better resumes than all of you.
Every one of you. He has a resume you would all kill for while you're in the cycle trying to find.
You would much rather be A-Ward than where you are in URL.
That's a fact.
You would so much rather be A-Ward. So it's dumb. It's bad faith. There's no real reasoning or evidence behind any of this. And for Daylight, of all people, whose career was made from traveling all over the place, building his name up on KOTD and RBE. You know, if you know your RBE history, isn't Daylight versus Oops the first million view battle?
Mm-hmm.
Then one of the battles that put RBE on the map, right?
Facts.
You know, we don't have to talk about his KOTD history, do we? Do we really have to?
Nah.
Do we really got to talk about how, you know, Daylight could have been an even bigger star over there if he wanted to be?
Exactly. We ain't got to talk about it.
We got to talk about this fact that his only 2 URL battles are a Born Legacy and one where there's no one in the room.
That's the thing. I'm glad that's really what I was waiting for you to get to. Because
I'll let you in a second. Daylight, you gotta shut up. Your claim to fame in URL was in a room with nobody in it other than the rappers.
Like,
you
bro,
can't say shit. You can't say anything.
That's what killed me, dog. I'm sitting in the spaces, right? I'm listening on YouTube to the spaces back. I'm like, we're in a conversation about what big stage URL is like. Why is Daylight speaking?
Yes. Why are we letting him speak? How come
you are more to disqualify each other in this conversation?
Daylight gets to speak his way into these conversations. You can't speak on this conversation. You can't speak on this. You have no input to give here. Yes, was the Rock battle supposed to be on a big stage? Sure. Guess what? It didn't happen. You battled in a room with no one in it. You battled Mike P in a Born Legacy. There was a crowd there. But was it an Irving Plaza crowd? Was it a Gnome crowd? Was it Summer Madness crowd? No. So Daylight, out of all people, you can't say anything. And if anything, you should be on Ward's side here. But you definitely don't get to play this game where you know what it's like to be in front of that URL crowd. Because no, you don't.
At all. Not even close.
You need to stop letting Daylight get away with this shit.
He get away. I've been on this for how long? I've been on this, Q. I've been on this. Daylight be getting away with a lot of nonsense. Like his resume is one of the worst in battle raps in terms of win losses. The people just let it go. But no, I'm glad you're coming to the light. No pun intended. This is nonsense,
bro. For real, like
yeah.
Your claim to fame in URL was a room with nobody else in it. Yes, you could argue, well, think of all the eyes that were on it because I was battling Tay-Rock and it was on URL. Okay, cool. Guess what? Did you do it in front of a crowd?
Right.
By the logic that all you niggas are going off of, right? By this vet top tier, god tier logic, right?
Exactly.
You didn't do it in front of a crowd?
I haven't done it at all. It's such a tired argument, bro. And even Ward said himself, like, yo, the Born Legacies, stays like that, I've done that. Now, the Urban Plaza and stuff like that's different for sure. That's very different. But I've also done Believe in front of 1,500 people. Because, yeah, it's him and Ill Will in front of 1,500 people. I was there. And it wasn't a fake. Even if the Rosenberg battle was a disappointment, he did it twice. Right. He's done it twice. He's been there. He's been in those type of rooms twice.
He battled Sharon. Where did they do that?
That was in England, right?
I think.
Yeah.
Because Soul was on that card.
Right. And that room was pretty packed too.
Yeah, like, bro, look at this. Just talk about like Sharon.
Bro, the only thing that'll be different on URL is the opponent and the fans. But it won't be different. Actually, the fans won't be different either. Because I don't know, this URL, this like aura of URL, yes, it is different. But the same niggas go to URL events are the same niggas going to RBE events. Like big RBE events. It's the same people, bro. It just is. I've been to both. I've seen both of you there. Don't try y'all. Now y'all trying to cap. I've seen y'all there. You're at both of them. Like you're battle rap fans at the end of the day. This idea that, and what kills me is, bro, with it, you're acting like you said, you're acting like his opponents that he battled didn't give A+ efforts. So what you're telling me is when you say that A Ward hasn't been in any fights, is you're not listening for content. You're watching battles for the logo in the corner of the battle.
You can't tell me that a nigga that battled Danny Myers.
Bruh.
Danny Myers
gave effort to a child.
Yeah.
An actual child.
Yeah.
But y'all gonna tell me he didn't try.
No, for real. Danny Myers tried versus a child. Did a full 3-round battle versus a child, right?
Yes. I think it was one round. It was one round.
Was it one round?
Yeah. I thought it was 3 round. It was a 1 round.
Pretty long rounds though.
It was.
Did that versus a child. You're right. Yeah, Danny Myers tried versus A Ward, and guess what? A Ward won.
Clearly, too. Very clearly.
A Ward pretty clearly won.
Bro, I'm looking at these names, right? The Bill Collector, Ill Will, that's one of the best Ill Wills you've ever seen.
Yep.
He battled Bill Collector in Philly. Or in Pennsylvania. I don't know if it was in Pennsylvania for sure.
One of the best battles of that year. Right.
He battled DNA. That wasn't, I'm not gonna say it was the best DNA, but it was a DNA battle. DNA is not easy to beat.
And it's a testament to how they thought of A Ward at the time already.
Exactly.
That he got a DNA battle.
Right. He battled Gotti in Compton. Across the street from his Gotti even said, that's my street, my hood down the street. Ilmac, he faced, I think that's the best Ilmac ever. I do.
Faced the best Ilmac ever. And even if you think he lost, which, okay, cool.
That's
I probably agree with you. Like, A Ward was great in that battle.
Right.
Maybe has one of the best moments of the battle.
Facts.
with his freestyle in the third.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in the Bay.
Right. It was like
Ilmac isn't from the Bay, but he's part of that whole like Fresh Coast starting off West Coast battle rap shit.
Yes.
He's battling him in the Bay.
Hostile territory. Real hostile territory.
Yep.
He battled Rum Nitty, who had the Chardonnay bar, and that's all I needed to say.
He battled Rum Nitty trying to kill him.
Murder him. Try to send him to
NCAA scheme.
Bruh. He battled Mac Myron, who had put one of the moments of like the century in battle rap on him, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that. Let's not forget that. He battled a really solid clean paper as well.
Yeah.
He got a really good overhead. Him and Trez is a classic, underrated classic to me. It's like an underground classic to me. They wanted to have fun, freestyle and everything.
I know there's either dismiss it now because of like where his stock is currently.
Right.
He beat the shit out of Lou Castro before it was cool.
Thank you. I was literally gonna say that. You took the phrase right from me. He beat Lou before it was cool.
He beat the hell out of Lou Castro before it was cool.
Before it became a popular thing to do. He handled that.
Battle Reed Dollars, who has wins over Mook and Rum Nitty, right?
He beat Reed Dollars so bad, Reed got in the time machine and brought the old mixtape verse back.
I'm just saying, we say Reed beat Rum Nitty and Mook, right?
That's right. Reed beat Rum Nitty and Mook and lost the A Ward.
Like what are we doing, man? Does the name Reed Dollars not mean anything? Does the name Rum Nitty not mean anything? Does Danny Myers, Bill Collector, Ill Will, DNA, Cortez, Geechee, Ilmac, that just not mean nothing, Sharon?
And it's not just downplaying Ward. When people say that, you're downplaying
battle rap.
Yeah, you're downplaying battle rap.
Battle rap.
And the artists who battled him put forth that effort by just choosing to say they didn't put no effort forth in the battle. You're really demeaning what they did. All for
a logo in the corner and for who's standing in the middle of the battle.
Right. Like, I don't know. It needs to be the same people to be like, oh, I pay attention to content, not reactions. Nigga, you pay attention to a logo in the corner. I don't trust anything you say about the battle.
It's bars over names.
Bars over names. Right. That's the same people that claim that, but they're going to say that Ward hasn't been in any fights, which is just, it's ridiculous. Man, it's crazy. It's content first. Yes, I want to see Ward on I would love to see Ward on a dome. I'd love to see Ward on the volume, like you said. But if he's not there, we don't have to downplay what he's done up to this point. We just don't. We really don't. Because y'all gonna be mad when he comes over here and cooks somebody. Y'all be real upset.
Man, if I was Ward,
a lot of like you said, bro, those mid-tier names, like we said before, the talent gap for URL isn't that big. But think about, we're not saying names. Think about a mid-tier name off the top of your head and think if you had to pick them against A-Ward, would you pick them?
Right.
I'm drawing blanks.
No, I would a mid-tier?
Yeah.
I'd have to really think. There's probably a couple that I think could like have a super competitive battle with him, like a great battle with him. But anyone that I think would clearly beat A-Ward or anything? No.
Yeah, I feel like objectively, he's walking in as the favorites over a lot of those guys.
Mm-hmm. And he should, because look at his resume. He's earned it.
Any A-Ward doubt for me left when I was at Max Out 1, bro.
No, seriously, that like any A-Ward conversation should have been different. Should have completely ended after Max Out, when he had the battle, when him and Ill Will had the only reason it wasn't Battle of the Year is because Easy and Chess might literally be the best battle of all time.
Right. That's literally it. It's literally the only reason.
That's the only reason that it isn't the consensus battle of last year.
It's factually the only reason that didn't happen, bro. I don't know why y'all want to play these games. Just say you want to see him on URL. Don't downplay.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
That's all you got to say.
Don't downplay his work and don't download.
A-Ward's dope. I just want to see him on URL.
That's it. It's so simple. It could all be so simple, but y'all rather make it hard. Shout out Lauren Hill. Y'all annoy me, bro. Y'all make me tired. And once again, don't tell me A-Ward's not a star when Murder Mook just put on a performance of his life 2 days ago, and y'all niggas spent all Monday arguing about A-Ward.
That's a fact.
Don't tell me he's not a star.
That is a fact.
Don't tell me he's not a star.
Mook,
you know what? You also left Shotgun Suge off his resume, which a lot of you mid-tiers on URL can't beat. Just saying.
If we count one rounders, you do got Arsenal and Charlie Clips too.
He does have them.
If A-Ward wasn't a star or someone that they saw value in, they wouldn't
take the battle. But whatever.
Not that they wouldn't take the battle. Not that they wouldn't take the battle. Like a bag is a bag regardless for them. But it's like,
I don't think Clips would. I think Clips passed that. I think Clips saw it have fun.
But I'm saying, like, would those leagues book those battles?
Right. Nope. No. So yeah, y'all just gotta stop.
Mook, T-Rex, Sirius Jones, and Lux are all riding around in shiesty masks around Harlem right now, celebrating. We talk about A-Ward.
Don't forget Sirius Jones. If you got Sirius Jones, he in the car too, I'm sure.
That's Sirius.
Oh, you did, my bad. He's in the car.
Sirius is from Harlem. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, Harlem Jones.
What? Come on.
Yeah, bugging.
Come on.
Never mind. I'm gonna say something crazy. I think our last day, man. We'll talk about traffic.
Yeah, let's talk about traffic.
Traffic 5. Next weekend.
This is a great fucking card.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. With how busy next weekend is, I'm really glad this is an app event.
Yeah. Even though they be lying, but
right. The lies are gonna be told until the battles drop.
I'm just not gonna listen. I'm just not gonna listen to anything.
No, I don't want anything anybody say about this card. I don't.
I think I'm gonna mute the word traffic.
You should. Yeah, you definitely should. Like, I'm not listening to nobody's updates that day. I don't want anything else to say about at all. I don't trust any of you. Phoenix, Arizona, the Monarch Theater. We got a home game for Rum Nitty. His first home game on URL. His first home game since Teddy Grizzly was around in Battle Rap.
I think so.
Yeah. Another Arsenal loss, by the way. But it's another story. Let's start bottom top, man. RX and Yoshi's on this card. I'm messing with that battle a lot. I think Yoshi's doing a little too much, though. I'm worried that she's doing a little too much.
I agree. I feel like she's trying to push herself.
Yeah.
It might could backfire.
Very well could.
Like, but I'm curious though. Like, I will say, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how Yoshi approaches this. Yoshi has lived everywhere, but she, when she's billed from being from San Francisco. So being on the West Coast will probably be like a fun experience for her in this battle. We get to see RX back. We get to see RX on URL. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Very
much so. I'm curious. I'm trying to see what kind of stage this is. I want to see like how many it seats, because I don't think RX ever been on the stage at all when it comes to battle rap.
I think you're right.
Yeah, and Yoshi, granted, it was there that she got smoked,
but she's at least been on stage.
Right, she's been on stage. As Thanos once told Loki, if you consider failure experience, and Loki said, I consider experience. It's a fair answer. She does have stage experience.
You're looking at the menu right now?
Yeah, look at the pictures. This doesn't look huge, unless it's like a club type place, I think.
It depends on if you think they're gonna sell it out. This is their first time in Phoenix, so there probably is like some novelty value there, but it depends on if you think it's gonna be sold out.
Yeah, but
because we know they don't promote they don't promote these events very well.
Yeah, it's a club, so it's like probably not super big, I wouldn't guess. But it's gonna be a decent sized room, I'm sure. Capacity. Let me see if capacity. Looking at capacity works. Why place don't put that capacity? Oh, this is 1,000 plus. Oh, huh.
There won't be 1,000 plus in there.
No, I don't think there will be either. They're probably gonna cap tickets because I don't think they will print 1,000 tickets for that.
No,
for app event, it's not expected the car. It's the app event, so I don't think it would. But it's 1,000 plus venue. Okay. So yeah, that's the type of venue. Okay, I see it now. It looks much bigger on this picture than it did on the other one. Pause.
That was insane.
Wasn't it wild?
That was insane.
Yeah.
With no context. Good Lord. God damn. It gets worse the more that I think about it.
I've been up a long time, okay?
That gets worse the more that I think about it.
I've been up like 7 o'clock this morning, bro. Leave me alone. All right. It's been a long day.
Who you got?
I'm going to lean Yoshi on the experience factor. And as dope as RX's pen is, I do still have questions about her delivery. I do.
Okay.
And I've seen Yoshi be capable of delivering on a big stage, you know?
And if we're in a smaller, and we're not dealing with like 1,500 people anymore, like that Yoshi can project enough for that room.
Right.
The thing is, this is a super well rested RX.
Extremely.
Like,
and Yoshi's doing a lot right now.
Yeah, that pen will be moving for RX.
It definitely will be.
So I'm going RX.
Yeah, RX said she ain't coming to save no thoughts either.
I'm going with RX.
You going RX? I'm not mad at it. I was close to picking her, but I'm just gonna lean on experience right now.
Yeah, right now I'm going. I think RX is too well rested, and Yoshi's doing a lot. I got RX.
Yeah, a battle that is too low on the card, but it's the debut of a young man.
This is the semi-main event. I don't know why they got this card flyer the way that they got it. Chess and Saint is not it's not.
At all. I fully agree. Chess and Saint, boy. I like this battle. It's a battle people want to book for a minute. I like the matchup. I think it's a dope debut for Saint too. I think it's a great look, right? Don't start you at the Chess is a great start. Chess is a top tier start for him. So we want to see where you at.
All right.
And all that being said, I got Chess kind of clear.
That's what I was to say. Like, if Chess is not having a battle with acid reflux, then I have Chess.
Yeah,
extremely clear. I don't think Saint will do bad. I think
Saint's going to be good.
I feel like this will be like a great battle that just has a clear winner.
Right, I fully agree with that. This is Chess' second Welcome to URL battle too, in the West.
Oh yeah, with Rum.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm super excited with this battle though.
I'm gonna love this. This is gonna be like visually. I think this battle's gonna be like really great. Like there's gonna be a lot of energy. I fully expect
Saint to be on. I still expect Saint to be on 100. I just think Chess is a little too much. Like it's no knock on Saint. Chess is just me. You know how you and me feel about Chess. Chess is one of them. Period.
Yeah, it's
I implore all of you to go.
It's nothing against Saint.
Right. I implore all of you to go listen to Chess's second round for Calico because I know a lot of y'all don't just think that battle ended when he threw up, but just go run that round real quick.
Or if you can like deal with the pauses, his first round versus Suge, like
he did have some stuff in that first round versus Suge.
He had a lot.
He really did.
Like again in Chess versus Flair, hasn't come out yet.
Right.
And for everyone else that was there, they're saying that was a great battle.
Right.
So if Chess is back in this place where he's on a mission and feels like people kind of playing with him now for things that are out of control, like this isn't Chess like choking or bringing up material. This is a different thing.
Right.
So if that's what's going on right now and he feels like he has to come back and prove himself, we saw what Chess did having to prove himself 2 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago. If y'all really want to I don't think y'all want to see that.
We're not too far removed from Chess having a great year just last year, bro.
Chess was what did he rank, 5th or 6th or whatever?
Yeah.
And I would have had him higher.
Right. We both had him higher, actually, I think.
Yeah, like he was just he's one of the top 6 battlers in the world last year.
Right. And the reason he's not in that conversation this year is literally because his body is messing with him.
So for me, like I don't view Chess any less. And if I think Chess is that same guy who was just the number 6 battler in the world last year, who was just going insane in 2019. And 2019, they didn't do a full champion of the year, but if they did a full top 20, I feel like Chess should have been in that top 4, probably.
Yeah.
I got Chess clear. I think Saint can get around. And
for sure.
I feel like even though I think there'll be a clear winner, I think it'll be a great battle.
And let us also remember that Chess gets to flip the name Saint. And
Saint LA.
Things are gonna happen.
Like he gets and yeah, come on, man.
Things are going to happen.
Like, come on, man.
Right. For real. The next matchup, dog, Sheed happens and our client Kyd Chaos. Our unofficial client, Kyd Chaos.
Both of these are my clients, honestly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You get to go first since this is a battle that tortures you.
I'm offended that they would book this.
Get to the betrayal. Who you gonna betray?
I'm hurt personally. A personal affront on my livelihood and my fandom. And it's honestly disgusting that KG the Poet would put me in a position to choose between my clients here.
Yeah.
So I won't be choosing between my clients.
How you gonna say that? You gonna do the tough coach thing where 2 of their fighters fight and they don't coach it?
I'm gonna have to, because real shit, I can't predict this battle.
No, this battle is wild.
I honestly can't. This is legit battle of the year potential. Just based off material, I feel like off material, this is battle of the year potential. If the crowd is into it and they have a good crowd with them, then it elevates it. But just based off material, this is gonna be some of the best material we've heard all year.
100%.
Because they both know the level of threat that the other person is.
Right.
Like, yes, Kyd Chaos has the DNA battle coming up in December, but we've seen Kyd Chaos have battles in close proximity with each other and still be great. Like, that doesn't concern me. I think that he fully appreciates and understands the level of danger here facing Sheed, especially facing a well-rested Sheed. Super duper well rested. He has not battled in a while.
Did the ad battle happen or no?
I
don't hear a word about it.
I think, but again, that was a 1-rounder. Like,
oh, okay.
I think that was a 1-rounder. So still, this is super well rested. He is extremely well rested, man. Like, yeah, I can't pick a winner. And this isn't even a cop out just because I love both the guys in it, but I honestly don't know who to pick here.
I respect that. I do. I do think this is a very good battle. I think it's a very competitive battle. I'm leaning Kyd Chaos because I think Chaos is the first op Sheed has faced that might actually attempt to attack his style directly. And Chaos is funny enough to make it work. Like, Chaos has
she could also do the same thing.
He could, but will he?
Yeah.
You know, I expect both of them to be on their A games. Like these are two of the most unorthodox and well developed. Right, they are the next evolution of the pen. Right, like it's not just the pen; they actually have performance with it as well, and can also talk some real life street struggles that we like if they want to, and will also bring the gun. Like this is an evolution of the pens. The pen stereotype.
This is the kind of pen that these are the pens that I like.
Right.
These are the pens that I kind of gravitate towards.
Yes.
Like again, like I said, on a writing level, this is going to be some of the best content we've heard all year. It's going to really depend on like how into the battle the crowd is, or like the kind of crowd that we get.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all should stream this battle exclusively. Like I watch the rest on the app, but I want this battle stream.
Listen, honestly, I'm not listening to anything about this card stance. It's almost entirely about this battle. I don't want to hear nothing anyone has to say about this battle.
That's a fact.
Y'all are liars and deviants and heathens. I don't want to hear nothing.
They really are.
What you'll say about this battle?
They really are. You remember when they said Rum Nitty and Danny was the battle of the year? Remember they trying to tell us that lie? On the last LA event, our West Coast event.
No, honestly, I'm gonna go and watch Danny. Well, I'm gonna watch Rum's round versus Danny again as soon as we get off this call.
You can't call yourself the GOAT if I'm alive,
bro. Did you have you seen Rum's round versus Luke Castro recently?
I haven't. I need to watch those again. He was wilding on Luke.
Yo, you got to go watch.
He was really wilding on Luke.
Oh my God.
Yo, Luke Castro really battled Nitty and Fonz back to back.
That's a wild nigga.
He really is though.
That's a wild.
My man was like, I'm gonna get all these name flips out the way forever in the next 2 months. And that was a choice. The choice that man made. Next battle, Loso versus Tink the Demon. Now, Q, I think you and I have been very similar on the Tink's never really done it for us ever. Like we've never really been on the Tink train. But both of us were like, hey, yo, who is this Tink on light work? Who is this? Where'd this come from, Tink? So he raised some eyebrows with the light work performance. He did. He got our attention with that performance. I think I can speak for you on that regard, right?
Yeah, it just concerns me now that, that's what it's a minute and a half. You got to wrap the minute and a half. You have to. That forces you to do things. Right. Now left to his own devices. And I haven't seen Loso since the one rounder.
Loso was extremely well rested because his first battle was the final exam battle, which I think by all accounts, he's one of the guys that everyone says won his battle because it was a lot of new guy energy on that card. I've been trying to pick new dudes, but I think they all say Loso got Klutz out of there. Not out of there, but he beat Klutz. He's off tour, his mind hasn't been on battle rap for a good minute. And I have to take into account, Q, last time Tink battled a Christian, God was in the building.
God, the spirit got him through the test.
God was not playing with Tink and his blasphemy. He wasn't playing with the blasphemy. And he got Saga through that battle, and he got demons out of Tink's body, literally.
Hey, look, I'm trying to be nice here.
It's a clear win for Loso. Let's just say it. Loso should win this battle clearly.
Loso clear. If Loso does not clear Tink, I don't know who that says more about.
Exactly what I'm about to get into. This type of battle, and this isn't the expectation curve thing. It's not saying that Tink can't rise above what we've seen, but from what we've seen from both MCs, this should be a clear win for Loso. If Loso wants the battles that he's been talking about, the names he's been mentioning, he needs to put on a performance that clears Tink in this battle. It's just that simple. He does. And of course, like I said, there's always room for Tink exceeding expectations and being somebody, evolving, being a version of himself we haven't seen before, right? We just saw Mook do it. Anything is possible. But based off what we've seen, Loso needs to win this battle clearly. He just does.
Yeah, this really is a tough one because you look at Tink on paper and you see his year and you feel like it could potentially be competitive or should be. We also just know the level that Loso operates at his best.
Right.
In the kind of names that Loso should be getting to battle. Because I got Loso clear.
Agreed.
And I would honestly, I would be shocked if it didn't go that way.
Facts. I would agree. I agree with that. I fully agree with that. He definitely. I think he's going to take this battle for sure, and he should take this battle. Like I said, barring and a massive step up from Tink, because this is kind of the level of competition that Loso kind of handles pretty well.
Yeah,
like he does kind of handle these guys. He's able to just step on them and he's able to put the pace at a level they can't reach. Jay the Nightwing and None. I'm glad to see Jay is back. I hope he's 100% focused and lays it in, and like he feels like he's really in the mood to battle rap, and not just fulfilling contractual obligations here. This is Nun's 89th battle this year on URL. Congratulations on that record. And Q, would you like to go first?
None 2-1.
You're doing. I know that hurt you to say, didn't it?
I don't think you understand the pain that I'm in. That I even just.
That really hurt you to say, because you are the biggest Jay fan I know.
Yeah.
And I'm up there. I'm a Jay fan too.
I have no reason to trust Jay right now.
I was leaning. The reason I went to you is because I was really leaning None myself. I was leaning None. I didn't want to say it.
I have no reason to trust Jay right now. So yeah, I would like to see Jay performing in the way that we know that he can perform. There were flashes of it in the Tink battle in the second and third rounds. I thought we saw flashes of how incredible Jay could still be. You might even see some flashes of it versus Holmesy. But I got to go with the consistency there, and someone that is motivated and hungry, and None 2-1. Oh my God, I'm so fuck.
Am I a bad friend for taking joy in how much that hurt you to say?
I should have just what I should have did was just just lived in denial. And just said Jay 30, and then forced you to be the one to say None. But here I am trying to be responsible media. And
I'm leaning None for the same reasons, because I don't know where Jay's mind is at. I almost said another word, but I already had one moment tonight. I didn't want to do it again.
Hey, yeah, bro, what's up with you?
I didn't do it, bro. I caught myself. I didn't do it.
God damn, man.
I didn't do it, bro. I'm just being open and transparent about what almost happened, but I stopped myself. I just want to credit people like using the mind word instead of the other word I could have used that would have made sense.
You're lucky Vlad not here.
Yeah, I know, right? Yo, Vlad's gonna text me when we listen to this too. Oh my God, he's gonna text me for sure. Like, you all right, man? Let me get that. I'm really glad that we haven't met Ace yet and he don't listen. Because I know Ace would have been on it.
Oh no, that he would have been what?
Hey, you all right? You all right?
You're the one that said that.
That's what Ace would have said. He's like, you all right? You good?
But you just said you said on it. I'm saying on what?
Huh?
You said he was gonna be on it. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Hey, bro, you know what? This is gonna stop the pod. I'm giving up. Had enough tonight.
Yeah.
You had me stressed out all day. You know what you did. Stressed out. I couldn't even enjoy a nice 2K session because of you and your nonsense. And we stressed on 2K for hours a day. Yeah. So I got None for the same reasons. I don't know where Jay's mind is and how focused he is on this battle and how locked in he is. So I'm taking None to win this battle. This will be his. Never mind. I don't want to get into the None in the conversation. Save that for the champion of the year. People.
Why is this so high up on the flyer?
I really don't know, bro. This is why I don't believe flyers matter. Respectfully. Because like outside the main event, they just be putting stuff anywhere on these cards. They just be making up lists on these cards. Like flyers don't matter to me.
Well, this is not above Chess and Saint. It's not.
It's not, bro. Is it even about RX and Yoshi? Honestly, is it about RX URL debut? Like for real?
Hey man,
I'm being like, is it really about that? Because I'm more excited for that battle. I'm excited to see RX on the platform. I'm just saying. Remember Nitty and Bill Collector. Q, I think it's safe to say, I'll go first this time. I think it's safe to say we both respect Bill. We admire what Bill did in KLCD, his year he's had. It's been incredible. He's put us together some of the best material. He's had some of the best battles. He's put some credit. He's watched some people that we didn't see him watching. He's had some scary performances. All that being said, you are battling Rum Nitty in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona.
This is Bill Collector's, like, we had this conversation, but the thing is, this Bill Collector's biggest battle on URL.
Yeah.
At first, you want to say Suge, but then you realize the point in time in their careers where they were both at. And it was a grudge match. It was a grudge match, but like both super young into their careers. Like, you know, not on a big stage either.
Right.
Like,
right.
And like, yeah, I'm talking like this is also someone that battled for 100K with 100K on the line. This is someone that battled Hitman Holla. So I'm not saying he's going to sit here and fold under pressure because it's URL, but this is also his biggest URL battle ever. I feel like if you like, right. I feel like it was bigger than battling Holmesy.
I agree.
So
especially because him and Holmesy kind of did the friend. It wasn't like a battle, right? They kind of took it easy for the money.
So with that being said, I expect a great battle. I expect a really good battle.
Oh yeah.
I just don't see Bill doing enough to beat Nitty.
It takes a special occasion for me to pick against Nitty, and this ain't. I don't think,
especially like Nitty just had to like. Nitty wasn't on Summer Madness. Nitty wasn't on Gnome. Nitty was on Homecoming. He didn't get to be on any of the big cards this year. He has Fonz coming up in Volume, which we'll talk about appropriately whenever we get closer to that card.
Yeah.
Well, this is a dude that's a legit star, one of the best battle rappers in the world that had to miss out on every big event that's happened this year. Nitty's coming to smoke something.
Yeah.
And I think Bill's aware of that, and Bill will prepare appropriately. And Bill I think that's amazing. I think like between Sheed and Kid Chaos and Rum and Bill, I think we have legit Battle of the Year contenders on this card. Maybe even Chess and Saint, honestly. Like if it reaches the highest that it could, those like that's 3 Battle of the Year contenders. But I feel like there's more of a motivation here for Nitty than there is for Bill. I just think that giving the king of punchlines a nigga named Bill Collector to work with is just a terrifying prospect.
Right.
So I got Nitty 2-1 in a competitive battle. I'm not gonna say clear. I feel like I'm not gonna say clear, but I do have Nitty 2-1.
I agree. Yeah, I got Nitty taking the battle kind of clean, and like I said, it's more about what I feel about Nitty than what I feel about Bill Collector. Right. It's just like the Nitty we've seen and the few times we've seen him this year from what he did in the A-War battle, like I can't pick against that person. The man people have been battling for years, and the man still finds new name flips on them. And I used to battle Bill Collector. Bill and Collector. His name is Bill Collector, and it's Nitty.
Yeah.
If you're Bill Collector, do you 8 Mile and flip your own name?
Look, you have to.
That's what Ill Will does.
Mm-hmm.
It was his own name flipper.
That's one of my favorite things about Ill Will is just he just. All my favorite Ill Will flips are his name, like him doing it. But it's just him doing it.
For real. Like he's just like, yeah, I got my own name flip for you. Don't worry about it. You don't get to do it. I'm gonna do it before you do. It was funny when A-War talked about that in their battle.
Okay.
A-War did rap
so you got Rum over Bill.
Yeah, I got Rum.
All right.
I got Rum. I got None. I got Loso. I got Chaos, Chess, and Yoshi.
Yeah, I got Rum, None. I'm abstaining from voting on Kid Chaos and Sheed. I got Chess, got Yoshi. I mean, not Yoshi, I got RX. And am I missing a battle or
Loso and Tank.
I got Loso versus Tank.
So we only disagree on RX basically.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
because I'm just not getting my input on Chaos and she.
Yeah. You abstain. That's okay. We get one abstain per card. You know what I'm saying? You can get one. I didn't need to use mine for this card. You know what I'm saying? I feel pretty confident, but you get one per card, and I respect it. I do have a question. I'm sure they probably called him. Maybe he had something going on, but the absence of Next is noticeable, and so it's fine. You ain't got him on this card, but I better see him on Civil War or Volume. I better see Next on Civil War Volume. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, man. At this point, it's getting kind of ridiculous. He wasn't on Traffic last year,
right?
And not on Traffic this year. Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like it's he did his thing on To Live and Die in LA. He was great.
He did.
He did.
People want to sleep on it and like it didn't happen, but we seen it. He was
really good. He's had a really good year in general. So people can keep ignoring Next if they want to.
Arguably beat Mac Myron, who people thought he was going to lose to, by the way.
Not even arguably. I think he clearly beat Mac Myron.
I was trying to be nice to him. I had him clearing Mac too.
I thought he clearly beat Mac. But yeah, if he's not on this card, fine. But that dude deserves a plate. Really, 100%. really soon. And maybe Volume isn't feasible. But Civil War, he should be on Civil War.
100% be on Civil War, dog. 100%.
He's definitely put in the work. And if he doesn't get those looks, that's just telling me that the other people aren't watching his battles, honestly.
Right. Facts. I might hit him and see what was up. Let's see, just get some info. But yeah, I think he's battling Danny soon, I believe.
Westworld?
I think so. I believe it is on Westworld. I don't know how to find the card because I don't know these people's Twitter handles. I should go to G Will's page. Probably G Will probably got it. Because Lee's, you have to get better at Twitter. You do. You have to get better at Twitter. No, it's not on that card. I want something else. Danny did tell him you're next. So I don't know if it's announced or not. But that Westworld card's kind of nice too. It's got Twerk and EK, B Magic and Fate, Dre Vicious, J Murder, Fetty Jean 20G Will, Mr. Biscuit versus CJA, and Bobby Lee versus So Severe. Not a bad card.
I want the next is got rescheduled. So I don't know what. So yeah. So he did something about it being rescheduled. I don't know when it was scheduled for.
Oh, him and Danny.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe
it was supposed to be October 15th. Never happened.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's rescheduled.
Okay.
So I don't know when they're rescheduling it, if it's been announced yet. But yeah.
All right, that works. So yeah, get next on Civil War. That's my feel. That's the feel of this podcast and the LTBR at the LTBR network. That is our feeling. That's our belief, our desire. Do we have anything else we need to hit, bro? You good?
Nah, we'll address your Calico hatred in a few weeks.
What Calico? That's just me making up stuff. I don't hate Calico. That's your man. That's your man. Free R. Kelly. You know. We
don't even have to do all that. Like,
centipede. Centipedes turn to butterflies. You know.
We don't even got to do all that. we were just talking about bugs. We weren't even talking about you know what I mean. You just talking about bugs. Like
yeah. I bet he was. Ain't
Cheshire man's?
What you mean?
Jeffrey Epstein was alive?
We talked about but I don't give him that round though. He lost the battle off that round. Told you that.
I'm just asking because I'm just asking.
He was Epstein away from winning. He was Epstein away from winning that battle.
All right.
Epstein away from winning.
We'll talk about that battle more in the coming weeks because I feel like that'll probably breed some contentiousness here at Let's Talk Battle Rap.
You're just gonna throw Chess name in there for no reason. Just ain't did nothing to nobody. Just out here having a nice day in the Bronx. You just gonna throw his name in there.
I doubt Chess listens to any battle rap podcast.
I promise he's never gonna hear this.
Yeah.
Do you think Chess even has a podcast app on his phone?
I feel like he goes out of his way to delete it. I don't know why.
You're right. Like, yo, Apple put this app on my phone for what though? Like, never asked for that at all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just deletes it immediately.
Well, I think we're good. I think we covered about everything.
Yeah, I think that's it. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned. We're gonna have, major